Welcome, brokers. This time we have an IB lesson, oral lesson. It has to do with the description of a picture. Okay. Here we have these themes that we can relate it to celebrations and traditions, experiences, social organization, human ingenuity. Let's see a little deep. If it's celebrations and traditions, we can talk about sharing cultural identity through festivals. If it's experiences, personal memories tied to festivities, social organization, well, community building through public events, and human ingenuity, creative expressions through costumes, music, and public art. Now, remember that when you need to describe this picture, um, you receive the image, you prepare it, and you have to talk about the visual description, theme connection, at least one. There's a cultural reflection that you have to mention. That is a connection to an Anglophone country. Please remember to do that. It's very important. And your feelings towards it. So let's see. These are the possible themes. And we have the description of the image. This vibrant image depicts a lively street celebration, most likely a parade or carnival. The street is flanked by tall buildings that create a canyon like backdrop, while the center is filled with an explosion of color from balloons, confetti, and streamers. People dressed in festive clothing and hats walk and dance in groups. Many hold balloons or musical instruments, contributing to an atmosphere of joy and energy. The perspective is from slightly behind the crowd, drawing the viewer into the scene as if they are part of it. Now, have you ever tried reading it with IPA pronunciation? All right, these are the symbols of the pronunciation. Let's check. This vibrant image depicts a lively street celebration, yeah, lively street celebration, mostly likely, most likely a parade or carnival. The street is flanked by tall buildings that create a canyon-like backdrop, while the center is filled with an explosion of color from balloons, confetti, and streamers. People dressed in festive clothing and hats walk and dance in groups. Many hold balloons or musical instruments, contributing to an atmosphere of joy and energy. The perspective is from slightly behind the crowd, drawing the viewers into the scene of it as if they are part of it. Well, it's a little more. It's a long time I don't practice this, but I wanted to include it, yes, for everybody to have the experience. Okay, you can screenshot and practice, yeah, as well. Now, connection to an Anglophone country that you need to include in your own exam, please, in your picture description of IB. A direct comparison can be drawn from to the Notting Hill Carnival in London. This is one idea. One of the largest street festivals in Europe, celebrating Caribbean culture with music, costumes, and dancing. Much like the scene in the image, the carnival fills the street with sound, color, and community spirit. Similarly, in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York, the sense of pageantry, public gathering, and shared joy parallels the image of atmosphere. Both events are symbolic of unity and cultural pride in Anglophone societies. You need to connect your image, yes, with an Anglophone country. Here we have two examples, and now we have more ideas related to Notting Hill Carnival in London and Macy's Thanksgiving. Let's see. The energy in the image is reminiscent of the Notting Hill Carnival in London, a 2 day celebration of Caribbean heritage that draws over 2 million visitors each year. Like the scene in the image, it is a kaleidoscope of colors, costumes and music. Both events embody the idiom paint the town red, turning city streets into spaces of unrestrained joy. In Notting Hill, steel drums bands elaborate feathered costumes and mouth-watering Caribbean food create a multisensory experience akin to the confetti-filled street parade before us. And in the United States, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade offers another point of comparison. While its tone is more family oriented and less raucous than Notting Hill, the sense of pageantry, community participation, and citywide anticipation is similar. The iconic giant balloons floating through Manhattan echo the balloons in the image, symbolizing the childlike wonder such celebrations inspire. Both events illustrate how public festivities can be a platform for cultural storytelling, whether celebrating immigrant heritage or marking a national holiday. Again, these are some ideas. Obviously, you have some timing that you have to follow and you have to connect it. The idea is to connect your image to something related to an Anglophone country. It's very important. And you need to include your feelings as well. These are the feelings that this image can evoke. Joy and excitement, the colorful, chaotic energy transmits celebration. Nostalgia, reminiscent of childhood fairs and parades. Belonging, being part of a larger group with a shared purpose. Oh, the sensory overload of sights, sounds, and colors. Okay, now let's see some idioms that we can get from this image. And we've got, well, paint the town red, go out and celebrate in a lively way. After the festival, we decided to paint the town red. Life of the party, someone who is very lively, entertaining at social gatherings. Marie is always the life of the party at these gatherings. Have a whale of a time to enjoy yourself a lot. We had a whale of a time at the carnival. A feast for the eyes, something visually attractive. The parade was a feast for the eyes with all its colors. On cloud nine, extremely happy. The children were on cloud nine after catching free balloons. All right, so again, can you include idioms? Yes, you can, obviously. All right, and you can make your connections to your own life, to your own past, your background info. Okay, so take it easy, keep on rocking it. Yes, remember that you need to include much of this vocabulary. Don't get a few words, practice. Practice makes perfect, okay? So if you're getting ready to prepare for IB oral exam, we are here to help you, okay? Keep on rocking it. Bye.